Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys are having a great day. First of all, sorry for the slight delay in videos. We've been making some major upgrades to the studio and the production. And as you can see, the camera looks much better now. So thank you guys and the OG members that have stuck with me through kind of the janky setup. Right now, we're going to be working on kind of intertwining my screen. I have it in front of me. What we're going to be talking about in today's video and mixing that in with the talking face type of content that we have right here. So thank you guys so much. We have some important news to talk about with the market today, specifically talking about PLTR in the general market, because we see a close at 2190. And also in addition, we have the official announcement date for the next quarter earnings from PLTR. So we got a lot to talk about. If you are a new or a returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Always do your own research out there. But what we have, PLTR right now is below this critical level of support at about this 2240. And right now it's sitting at 2190, sitting at this neckline. And the next area really to look for PLTR is around this $20. And remember, below this $20 is basically where the gap was created from the Q4 quarter results, going from that 16 to 17 up to the 20s. So PLTR is in a critical area right now, not due because of PLTR news within itself. However, the Mideast conflict that is occurring. We had some conflict and tensions that are arising in the Mideast, and we have crypto that had a reaction over the weekend, and now we have the market that had public trading today for the first day on Monday that also in addition had a reaction. One thing to announce though is that PLTR officially has the first quarter 2024 earnings release and webcast that's going to be happening on May 6th, 2024. Now, this is going to be happening following the close of the U.S. markets, and Palantir is going to host a webcast to discuss the results at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Why this issue and where we are sitting at is important is because if we continue to see a decline in the general markets here, we got Nvidia, which I usually use as a gauge as one of the main drivers for PLTR. The main big indexes, you got the NASDAQ down 1.8%, S&P 500 down 1.2%. If this continues as tensions continue to rise, we could continue to see a little bit of a sell-off, which means a buy the dip situation could be very attractive here for potential investors that have been sitting on the sidelines looking to either dollar cost average or looking to gain a better entry position, especially before earnings. And right now, with the official announcement date, people are going to be keeping a close eye in trading off of the volatility, the trendiness, and the hype, and the prediction of what earnings can bring. 7 earnings per share revisions in the last 90 days are in the bullish direction. And right now we're sitting at earnings per share of 8 cents. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, what PLTR records. However, I am still bullish on a bullish earnings from PLTR due, number one, to the continuation of the governmental contracts that they have continued to establish. Titan contract is just one, for example, and also the addition of getting involved into the private sector, expanding with the commercial revenue. And what we've really seen with them, especially one of the big contracts and partnerships that we've seen, is their partnership with Oracle. And the way that this really can evolve Palantir shows you the multiple different revenue lines that PLTR can start to grow and pull from. And what we see in terms of them diving into the AI sector, like I said, they've always been a leading competitor. And where PLTR sits right now in terms of the actual different influences that we're seeing within the market, we had the probability of interest rate cuts that are continuing to dwindle. And that's because inflation is still continuing to sit high. We are seeing treasury yields continue to be at their all-time highs. And what this could mean in combination with Mideast tensions, we could see continuation of a pullback, and we could see continuation of more of the speculative stocks facing a little bit more of selling pressure. This is specifically what's happening to PLTR right now as we speak, and volume is still quite below its 3-month average. Now, I'm talking all about bearish things right now, and especially with PLTR that's actually sitting right below its head and shoulders pattern, typically a bearish type of historical pattern. Big things that we are looking at are getting into more prices that align with the value-oriented investor. Why I want to talk about that and drift off of that is because PLTR, one of the biggest criticisms that it always gets is its valuation. We talked about this many times before on Seeking Alpha. I am a Seeking Alpha affiliate, so if you want to get 20% off all the premium content that I get, check out the link down in the description below. But it always gets a D or an F compared to its growth, profitability, momentum, and revisions. And one of the big reasons is because people are really utilizing its valuation as a future gauge for what future earnings reports are going to actually result in. Right now, PLTR is one of the most trendy AI stocks, and a lot of people are betting that it's going to increase in its value and therefore are right now paying a premium price for its price per share. And in terms of that, PLTR has always continued to trade at a very high premium throughout its IPO and its public trading lifetime. We've seen PLTR that has continued to be higher compared to the average price to sale targets in its actual SaaS sector. And I think we're going to continue to see this. And this is because, like I said, we're continuing to see the bullishness on the earnings. And if PLTR can keep up these high revenue metrics and keep up these really historical earnings reports, then I believe that it's going to continue to trade at a high premium. However, right now, getting in at a fair value or seeing valuation aligning more with its actual true revenue could be possibly an opportunity, like I said, if we continue to see a little bit of a pullback in a direction that would be attractive to a potential investor that would be looking to dollar cost average or get in at a lower price. So big things right now are on the table, and specifically what we see is with how PLTR is going to trade, not just this stock specifically, but also we're going to be taking a look at NVIDIA. And that's because NVIDIA came down about 3% today, sitting at a strong support level at about $860 to about $870. If we continue to see a little bit of a sell-off, then this is when we're going to be talking about possibly an accumulation phase. So lots of things to discuss. Thank you guys so much for sticking through and watching. Like I said, I will continue to work to try to get some things on the screen with you guys, so that way I can get my video to minimize in the corner. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. And in addition, we can kind of combine this with the talking head video. But proud to be finally making some improvements. And I would like to thank, if you made it to the end of the video, the 2 channel members that have continued to support me all the way through. Thank you guys so much for being some of the biggest OGs that there are, being the first 2 channel members. I can't thank you guys enough to help support the journey of continuing to grow as a content creator and really bringing you guys the premium content that you deserve in terms of stock reporting, AI reporting, and specifically PLTR reporting. So here's to a good new chapter in the book, turning the page, and we'll continue to evolve to be better. Peace out, take care, and Data Dispatch out.